Good evening and welcome to the Warrenton Sports Network. Keith Brown and John Meyer are courtside with you tonight as the hometown Warrenton Warriors get set to host the visiting Sullivan Eagles in a matchup between two teams looking to build momentum as the season rolls on. Warrenton enters at 4-8, but the record doesn't tell the whole story. The Warriors have won 3 of their last 5 and have shown real signs of growth on both ends of the floor. They hold a slight statistical edge coming in, averaging 51 points per game to Sullivan's 49, and defensively, they've been the stronger unit, allowing just 52 points per contest compared to the Eagles' 59. When you look at the 3 common opponents, the numbers lean toward Warrenton as well. Both teams fell to Potosi and Salem, but the Warriors notched a 60-54 win over Steelville, while Sullivan struggled in that matchup, falling 37-53. Historically, Sullivan leads the all-time series 2-1, but Warrenton claimed that last year's meeting 59-48 and now has a chance to even the series with a win on its own home floor. Two teams with something to prove, a Warrior squad trending upward and a Sullivan team eager to flip the script. The national anthem, player introductions, and the tip-off are just moments away right here on the Warrenton Sports Network. On the court, it's all about strategy, precision, and execution. Off the court, same rules apply. At Servant Heating and Air Conditioning, we bring our A game to every home and business with custom solutions, expert installs, and a reputation for getting it right the first time. We're your home field advantage for year-round comfort. Trusted across Warren County, we've got you covered. Home, business, or new construction. Servant Heating and Air Conditioning, where comfort wins every time. On game day, it's all about teamwork, trust, and heart. At Main Street Real Estate, we bring that same spirit to every home journey. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your options, our hometown team is with you every step of the way. We believe real estate isn't just a transaction, it's a life-changing experience. And that's why we stay in constant communication, deliver expert guidance, and work relentlessly to help you reach your goals. Main Street Real Estate, your home team from game day to closing day, proudly supporting Warrenton athletics and our community. We'll take a look at the leading scorers for each team. For the Eagles, they're led by number 15, Peyton Malady, a 6-foot senior guard. He comes into tonight's game averaging 17 points and 5 boards a game. Their next high scorer is going to be Mitchell Gardner. He is a 6'1 senior center. He averages 8 points and 9 rebounds, almost a double-double. For the Warriors are led by senior guard Brody Meyer. He's averaging 16 points per game and 7 boards. Second leading scorer for the Warriors is number 3, Diedrich Forward, the senior guard, averaging 12 rebounds and 3 assists per game. Get set, folks. Tip-off is coming up in just a few.
At Warrenton High School for tonight's varsity basketball contest, pitching the visiting Sullivan Eagles of the Four Rivers Conference and our own Warrenton Warriors of the GAC North. At this time, you can try to remove your hands, children, as we play the national anthem. Starting for the Eagles, a 6'3" sophomore, number 0, Andrew Blankenship. A 5'11" junior, number 3, Spencer Collier. A 5'6" sophomore, number 11, Jared Taylor. A 6' senior, number 15, Peyton Malady. And a 6'1" senior, number 23, Mitchell Garner. Good luck to the Eagles. Let's go, ladies. Everybody on their feet. And make some noise! Warriors! Starting with the Warriors under direction of head coach Mr. Mark Thomas. Assisted by Mr. Brian DeBoll and Mr. Trevor Hamilton. Starting with the Warriors, a 6'2" junior, number 2, Carter. Senior, number 3, Followed another senior, number 13, Jay Sanger. A 6'4" senior, number 15, Brody Ryan. 6'5" senior, number 31, Taylor Keaton.
So lucky to have Coach Barton do the PA announcements here at Warrenton High School. He always brings it home and does a great job. John, I think the boys have a little extra jump in their step tonight. I'm looking forward to watching tonight's game.
Yeah, I think they're very excited about tonight's game. Hopefully bring home a win and play hard. So,
all right, Anderson versus Blankenship. Warriors get the tap. They start with the ball first. Sullivan starts out in a man-to-man defense. Warriors get the ball to Meyer. He drives, kicks it to the corner to Martin. His three's on the way. Off the rim, no good. Jay Sanders hustling and gets the rebound. Gives it back to Meyer. Meyer dribbles. Passes it to Anderson on the low post. Anderson turns, squares, shoots. Comes up a little short. Good block out there by Garner. Sullivan going the other way. Malady taking it all the way to the hole, making the left-handed layup. Saw that in the JV game. Sullivan jumped out to a lead against the JV boys, but the JV boys came back and won 61-53. All right, Forrest in the front court gets it over to Sanders on the baseline. Gives it to Myers. Myers turns, takes a shot, and is fouled. Basket no good. They get Malady on a foul, And Meyer will go to the free throw line where he's shooting at 64% this season. First one comes up a little short. That's one of the things I noticed about Sullivan. They shoot the free throws pretty well for a team. Don't want to foul them a lot. All right, Myers puts the second one home. 2-1, Sullivan leads here early in the first quarter. They get the ball over to Tom Muir. Warriors playing the man-to-man defense. Stolen by Myers, going the other way. Right-hand layup, Euro step, off the board and good. Brody's got 3. Warriors have 3. In the front court now, Tom Muir gives it over to Blankenship. Back to Tom Muir on the right wing. He dribbles, picks it up, gets it over to Tays at the point now. Tays dribbles to the right, over to Tom Muir. Tom Muir gives it up to Garner. Over on the left wing now to Malady. He's a leading scorer. He drives baseline, takes it up, comes up a little short. Sanders does a great job of blocking out and gets the board. Forrest brings it up into the front court for the Warriors. Corner by Martin. He's going to take the 3. Ooh! Carter Martin, that was a pure nothing but net.
They gave it to him and he took it.
Nice assist by Dedrick Forrest. He averages 3 assists per game. Starts off with 1 right there. Ball goes over to Blankenship for Sullivan. He drives. Gives it over to Tom Muir, who drives. Kicks it over to Garner. Short jump shot off the board is good. Garner gets the bucket. Tom Muir gets the assist.
The JV team was really good at getting rebounds for Sullivan this past game, so hopefully the varsity's not as good as them for us. So
Carter drains another 3.
Nice.
When he shoots like that, he's going to pad the assist stats for Dedrick. Dedrick's got 2 assists. Carter's got 2 3-pointers. Martin is a junior guard for the Warriors. Sullivan gets it down to the baseline. Now they reverse it against the man defense for the Warriors. Malady thought about the shot, and he passes it up. Gets it over to Tays. Back to Malady. Sanders gets a job guarding him. Stolen by Myers and Anderson. Anderson gives it back to Meyer. He stops at the free throw line. Dribbles. Gives it back to Anderson. Taylor Anderson scores for the Warriors. Nice shot there by Taylor Anderson. Good to see him getting going early. 11-4 lead for the Big Red. Sanders goes for the steals. Malady gets 1 dribble and picks it up. Good help defense from Anderson there. They reverse the ball, and Anderson strips it before they can get the ball fed to the post. Force up to Carter Martin. He takes the third 3. Woo!
Nice.
3 for 3 for Carter Martin.
Sullivan calls a timeout after that. Warriors lead 14-4.
It's a full timeout. That's things we always talk about. You know, if you're Sullivan, you got to know who the shooter is. And right now, Carter Martin's got the finger pointing at him. He's the shooter. Yeah. All right, champions aren't made only on the court. At Missouri Bank, we bring that same winning spirit to your finances. Since 1939, we've been an industry leader in community banking, combining cutting-edge technology with the hometown integrity Warren County Trust. As a valued member of our financial family, your goals come first. From fast local loan decisions, often the same day, to online banking that lets you take care of business anytime, anywhere. We tailor our services for individuals and businesses alike. Big bank products, small town service, honest, loyal, and committed to protecting your financial future. The Missouri Bank, rooted in community, ready for tomorrow. 14-4 lead for the Big Red. All right, Tom Muir brings it up for the Eagles. Gets it over to Garner on the left wing. He tried to feed to cutting Tom Muir, but stolen by the Big Red. They're headed the other way. Meyer skip past to Sanders, feeds the post down to Anderson. He's double teamed, spins to his right. Little jump hook comes up short. Oldman into the game for Sullivan. He gets the rebound. Malady gets the ball. Baseline to Gardner now. Gardner skip pass. 3 on the way from Tom Muir. Comes up short. Loose ball. Tomier gets on the floor and gets it for the Eagles. He gets it to Gardner. Gardner
travels.
Thought about passing one way, and by the time he figured out he got to go the other way, Johnny traveled, right?
Yep.
Shuffle those puppies. Warrenton student body is rowdy. That's what we like to see. All right, Forrest brings the ball into the front court. Gets it over to Myers. Back to Forrest on the left side. Martin in the baseline, feeds Anderson. Anderson dribbles, spins to his left, and loses the handle. Picked up by Olden. Melody double team in the front court, gets it to Tomier. Over to Taze. Back to Tomier. Taze now with the ball on the right side. Sullivan having a hard time against this tough man-to-man Big Red defense. Oldham with the ball on the left wing, gets it to Gardner at the top of the key, gets it to Taze. Taze dribbles, brings it back out. Gardner now with the ball. He dribbles over to Melody, takes a long three. That comes up short. Sanders with the rebound. That's his third here early in the first. Jay averages 3 rebounds per game, and he's got 3 already. Forrest in the front court. A little Euro step and scores the basket. .12 lead for the Big Red. Tomier with the ball for the Eagles. Drives to the right. Picks up his dribble, reverses it to Gardner. Feeds the low post to Oldham. Takes it up and draws the foul against Brody Meyer. Good little head fake there by Tomier. That's Brody's first. Oldham goes to the free throw line.
And it's the team's first.
That's 6 minutes without a foul. That's pretty good.
That is good.
Oldham rattles the first one home. Second one's long. Anderson gets the rebound. Up to Forrest. He's got his head up looking for somebody to hit the pass to. Dribble penetrates the lane. Kicks it out. Sanders saves it over to Martin. Skip pass to Meyer. He's at the top of the key. Over to Martin on the left wing. He takes a 20-footer. Woo! 3 ball.
That's 12 points for Martin.
That's twice his average. He's having a first quarter. He's guarding Tomier now. Gets it over to Taze. Taze gives it to Gardner. Right wing. Back to Taze at the point. Back to Gardner. He tries to get it to Tomier, and Tomier sees it at the last moment and catches it. Back to Taze. Ooh, Meyer went for the steal. Melody now drives the left. Runs into Anderson. He's going to have to kick it out. Oh, Forrest rips it from him. Got a 3-on-3 fast break. Forrest splits 2 defenders. Off the board, no good. Meyer tips it out to Sanders. Good hustle. Forrest with the corner 3. He comes up short. Brody with another rebound. Skip pass to Friedrichs. Right-hand layup. Takes it up. Scores the basket.
Dietrich never gave up there and got it in. All right.
21-5 lead for the Big Red. Melody with the ball on the left side. Guarded by Sanders. Dribbles into the lane. Gives it over to Taze. Taze passes it back to Melody. Left wing. Melody drives. Gets it back to Taze. Thought about the 3, then picks it up. Gets it back to Oldham. Reverses it over to Tomier. Tomier spins in the lane, shoots a little 12-footer off the board, and knocks it in. Spencer Tomier, the 5'11 junior guard, cuts the Warrenton lead to 14. 30 seconds left to go here in the first. Forrest at the point now. Gets it over to Martin. Back to Forrest, over to Meyer. Meyer fumbles the ball, stolen by Sullivan. They got him trapped. And Ball goes out of bounds off of Brody Meyer's hand. 17.2 seconds left to go. Marcus Green into the game for the Big Red. Tommy brings it up for Sullivan. Calls out a play. 10 seconds on the clock. Tays with the ball now. Tays dribble penetrates. Reverses it to Gardner. Gardner shot fakes. Started the drive, and he can't get those feet set. Called for the travel. 2.9 seconds left to go in the quarter. Warriors got a chance for a long shot. Sanders is open in the front court.
And they're covered
He finds
pretty good.
Sanders takes the three. Good job by the Warriors.
Ooh.
Off the board, no good, but that's a good look.
That was probably one of the quickest quarters we've had, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
When you only have one foul.
Yeah.
That makes a difference. All right, the Big Red leads 21-7. Whether you're scoring touchdowns or buckets or scoring the perfect home, Hunter's Sake Investments is your MVP. From new builds to cozy rentals, we've got winning properties across Warrenton and Montgomery County. Need commercial space? We've got retail, warehouse, and even the Jonesburg Party Center. Perfect for your next shower, graduation party, or post-game celebrations. Locally owned, family operated, and always playing for the home team. Hunter's Sake Investments, where Missouri finds home. Yeah, the Warriors really catapulted into a big lead early, but behind the outstanding three-point shooting of Carter Martin, the junior guard. He made 4 threes in the first quarter. All right, start the second quarter with the Eagles having possession. They get the ball to Malady. He drives. Back to Gardner at the point. Over to Oldham. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Tolliver. Tolliver feeds Gardner down low. Gardner takes it up and draws the foul. They're going to get Marcus Green with the body. And Gardner goes to the free throw line for the first time. He knocks down the first one. Gardner's their leading rebounder. He averages 9 rebounds per game, the 6'1 senior center. Second one off the iron, no good. Marcus Green rips the board. Forrest headed into the front court. Slows things down and sets up the deep offense. Drives the lane. A little 14-footer. Swish. Diedrich's got 6. Gardner in the front court. Quick look ahead. Warriors slow getting back. Nice job getting the ball down to Gardner. He's got 5. He's the leading scorer for the Eagles. All right, Forrest drives the lane again. Back to Meyer, about a couple steep off the three-point line. Shot's no good. Blankenship back to Tomier now. Tomier over to Tolliver. Back to Malady. Gives it to Blankenship. Over to Tomier now. Gardner sees an open Blankenship. Passes the ball, though. Malady drives. A little head and shoulder fake. Misses the shot. Fights for the rebound. Gets it. Then stolen by Carter Martin and Brody Meyer. Meyer's going the other way. Slows things down. Gets it to Forrest on the left side. Diedrich takes a long 3. Off the iron long. Malady with the rebound. Headed the other way for Sullivan on the left side. A little head and shoulder fake and then drives. Passes up the 5-footer. Gives it to Blankenship for the wide open 3. That comes up short. Tolliver with the rebound and puts it back in. Blake Tolliver's got 2. He averages 2. Big Red slowing things down here. Getting the offense players in position. Forrest comes off the screen by Green. Gets it to Meyer on the low post. Meyer spins. They're going to call a foul before he takes his ball up. Tomier was hooking him. Into the game for the Eagles, Tyler Lappy checks in. Martin has the inbounds duties for the Big Red. He finds Marcus Green. They're going to give Marcus Green a little push-off, I guess. That's 2 quick ones on Marcus. That gets Taylor Anderson back into the game. Eagles bring the ball up. Get the ball to Gardner on the wing. Looking for a cutting Malady. Finds him. Gets it over to Tolliver. He drives baseline. Gets it out to Blankenship. His corner 3 is good. Andrew Blankenship gets 3. Give the assist to Tolliver. Got it cut. The Warriors had a biggest lead was 14. Sullivan's cut it to 8 here. Meyer loses the handle. Anderson, about a 17-footer. Jump shot, no good. Blankenship with the rebound. Over to Tolliver. Tolliver finds Malady. His corner 3 is on the way. Short. Meyer. Nobody's back. He's got the lead. Takes it up and scores the basket. 5 points for Brody Meyer. I think the trailer guy on that got a little piece of the ball. Brody had a double pump, but was able to make the layup nonetheless. All right, Tolliver with ball left side of the court for the Eagles. Over to Gardner at the point. Right side now to Blankenship. He finds an open Malady on the low post, and Malady scores. Peyton Malady's got 4. Nice assist by Blankenship. Back to an 8-point lead for the Big Red. Sullivan's found a little life here in the second quarter. Forrest at the ball, top of the key, drives. Gets it out to Meyer. His corner 3 on the way. Long rebound by Blankenship. Eagles going the other way. They get it up to Lappy. Back to Blankenship. Blankenship tried to hit a cutting player, but Taylor Anderson was there to intercept it. Big Red going the other way. Forrest comes off the Anderson screen. Reverses it to Sanders at the top of the key. He finds Anderson down low. Anderson spins to his left, knocks it off the glass, and scores.
Nice shot, Sanders.
He's really got good moves down on the block there.
He does, yeah. He's pulling out tonight, so that's great.
All right, Lappy over to Tolliver. Tolliver hits Lappy, but Martin deflects it. Tolliver gets it back. Garner's driving. Lappy drives now the baseline, takes it up against Anderson. Anderson knocks it out of bounds.
I thought he's getting for a foul there, but
I did too. I think
at first I think he's calling a foul.
I think you're right. Then he realized he waited until the ball was out of his hands, and that's clean block. I think the better part of valor was there. The judgment was right. But the sharpness of that whistle made it sound like he was going to call a foul. They throw it in, fight for the loose ball, gathered up by Malady. He drives left, takes it a little Euro step, hop, and scores it. Peyton Malady's got 6 now, showing the viewers why he's the leading scorer for the Eagles. 6-foot senior guard. Two teams trading baskets here. 8-point lead still for the Big Red. Looks like the Eagles have switched to a zone defense now, a little 2-3 zone. Ball down to the baseline. Carter Martin's going to take a 3. Rebound by Tolliver. Tolliver brings it in the front court. Over to Lappy, his 3. No good. Garner gets the rebound. Out to Taze. Taze hits the short jumper. Taze has got 2. Nice assist by Mitchell Gardner. And Coach Thomas is going to take a timeout. 30-second timeout. Well, if Carter Martin can hit those threes like he did in the first quarter, he'll be a perfect zone buster.
Yes, for sure. Turn this team around, get some more scoring out there. Are we ready?
Now Sullivan's cut the lead to 6. It was 14 at the color, so they put a little sign of life here in the second quarter. Coach Juan switching here just the last possession to a 2-3 zone. They played man the whole time, so I think Coach Thomas wanted to talk to his players about how to handle the zone. And they're not really playing with the same defensive intensity they started the game with. I talked about they had a little hop in their step.
Yeah.
Hop has kind of gone away a little bit.
I agree. They got.
I think they kind of thought the game was over after a 14-point lead after one.
They were stealing those balls like crazy back then.
Yeah.
Hop. So now you don't see that. So
got to get back into it. Get up on those toes on defense. All right, Big Red bring the ball up, leading by 6. 2.5 left to go here in the first half. Still in the 2-3 zone are the Eagles. Warriors work the ball around the zone. You get it over to the left side to Sanders. Over to Forrest. Martin at the corner. Skip past to Sanders at the point. Back to Forrest. Feed the post. Back to Martin. His corner three is long. Melody with the rebound. He's sprinting the other way on the dribble. Takes it up. Left-handed layup. No good. He jumped into the Anderson and drew the body foul. That's Taylor's first. That'll be Melody's first attempt at the free throws tonight. He's a 74% free throw shooter on the season.
73?
74. Knocks the first one in. Into the game for the Big Red, Billy Spicer, senior forward/center, comes in. Coach Thomas going with a little more size inside. That gets Coach Wands get a couple substitutions in as well. Melody's free throw is swish, knocks that in. They're going to bring Blankenship in, the 6'2 guard. He gives the Eagles a little more height.
Two minutes left to go in this half. Warriors are up by 4.
All right, Forrest plays the point, gets it over to Martin on the left wing. Over to Meyer on the right side now. Feeds Martin at the low post. The baseline. He feeds Spicer at the low post. His turnaround jumper is no good. Anderson goes up and rips the rebound and puts it back up and scores it. He's tied for the lead with Brody Meyer on rebounds, and he's got an offensive board and a basket there. Back to a 6-point lead for the Big Red. Let's see if they pick up the defensive intensity here. Tomier drives baseline. Gets it out to Melody, who drives, splits 2 defenders, picks it up, gives it over to Taze. Taze to Gardner. Gardner passes it back to Taze. Taze passes to Blankenship. Over to Tomier now. Tomier dribbles back to Blankenship. Melody now a ball to the point. Back to Tomier. Hits Taze coming off the screen. He shot fake, steps to his left, shoots. No good. Meyer tips it to himself, gets the rebound. He's headed the other way. Eagles get set up there on defense. Gets it to Anderson, drives the lane, takes it up. But they're going to get Anderson for the charge. That's Taylor's second. Mitchell Gardner, the 6'1 senior center, had his feet set and was in good position, the referee said. That gets Sanders into the game for the Big Red. Warrenton loses a little size, but Sanders is a big hustler. All right, Tomier brings the ball into the front court. Gives it to Melody at the point. Over to Taze on the right side. Taze gives it to Blankenship. Spicer's there, almost gets a steal. Melody picks it up. Gives it to Gardner. Baseline jumper is good. Mitchell Gardner's got 7. Nice assist there by Melody to find the open shooter. Forrest now gets it over to Meyer. Eagles still in the 2-3 zone. They've cut the lead to 4. Forrest takes a long 3, rattles out, no good. So, Sullivan cut the lead from 14 down to 10 as we head to halftime. Warrenton leads 29-25. Warrenton fans, this is your moment to be part of something big. The Warrenton Sports Network broadcasts over 100 live events each year, and we want your business on the court with us. With flexible ad packages and an average audience of 1,500 viewers per event, your message reaches the heart of our community, families, students, and alumni, and loyal Warrior fans. When you sponsor, you're not just advertising, you're helping keep these live streams alive. Without your support, they wouldn't be possible. Join us, stand with our athletes, support our community. Contact the Warren County R3 School District office today to learn more. The Warrenton Sports Network, where community comes to watch. All right, take a look at the first half scores for Sullivan. Blankenship had 3, Oldham had 1, Tomure had 2, Tays had 2, Malady is the leading scorer with 8, Gardner, the center, had 7, and Blake Oliver had 2 off the bench. For the Warriors, looks like Diedrich Forrest had 6, Brody Meyer had 5, Taylor Anderson had 6, and Carter Martin had 12. So we're getting ready to head to the third quarter. Oh, I'm sorry.
That's a good spread for the Warriors. Everyone's got a little bit of points out there right now, so keep it up and keep the lead.
Yep, balanced scoring for the Big Red. That's what you like to see. Warriors a little ahead of their offensive average for the season. They average 51 points per game with 29. Sullivan averages 49, so they're right on their mark. All right, Big Red will start second half with the ball headed on the offensive side of the court. They get it over to Carter Martin. Eagles still back in their 2-3 zone. Martin of the corner gives it back to Meyer. Reverse it over to Forrest on the left side. Over to Meyer now on the right. Playing a little hot potato there. Over to Martin on the left wing. Back to Forrest on the point. He gives it to Meyer. Drives. Gives it over to Martin. Martin gives it to Meyer in the corner. He's double teamed. Gets it to Anderson on the low post. Spins. Shot fakes. Takes it up and scores.
Nice shot, Taylor.
Really good job with the footwork by Taylor Anderson. All right, time here now. Gives it over to Gardner. Big Red out in the man-to-man defense. Gardner got away with sliding the foot there. Gives it to Blankenship. Drives baseline. Kicks it out to Malady. Let's get past the time here. Over to Blankenship on the right wing. He drives. Picks up his dribble. Gives it to Tays at the point. Tays over to Tomure. Back to Gardner at the point. Over to Blankenship. They feed Gardner on the low post, who shot fakes. Gives it up to Blankenship. His shot's on the way from about 5 feet. No good. Tomure with the rebound. Takes it up. Anderson throws it out. Malady gets the loose ball. Blankenship's going to take a 3 now, and he drains that. Andrew Blankenship seems to be their three-pointer. Malady with another assist.
Yeah, he's got a couple good 3 points in there.
He's got
That's
2.
a pretty shot, too. So
yeah. He only shoots at 21% of the season, but he looked good tonight. All right, Sanders with the ball. Gives it over to Forrest. Martin in the corner now. Gives it to Anderson. Back to Forrest. Comes off the Anderson screen. Back to Martin. His 3. Thought about it and then didn't take it. Meyer at the high post. Kicks it to Sanders on the left side. Meyer in the paint. Spins to his left. Takes it up. Shot's no good. Hard fall to the floor, but Anderson gets the offensive board and takes it right back up. Tomure now quickly up the other way. Carter in the corner. Back to Tomure versus the Blankenship. Over to Tays on the left side. He gives it over to Gardner. Malady's going to take the corner 3. Rattles in and out. Blankenship gets the board. Sullivan really hustling on the boards, and you called that earlier, John. The JV team does a good job on the boards, and the varsity's really picked that up here. They get Meyer on the foul. It's his second. Warrenton's going to have to go to the defensive boards much more aggressively. Get it into Tays. Feeds Garner. Stolen by Anderson and Meyer. Meyer's headed the other way. Takes it up. Misses the shot, but draws the foul. So they're going to give Blankenship with the foul?
0. That's what I thought. So
that's his first. Meyer will go back to the free throw line. Waiting for the senior guard to tuck in his shirt after halftime. A little housekeeping of referees. All right, Meyer ready to shoot his first free throw now. Nice backspin, but just a little long on that shot. One for two on his free throws, both times at the free throw line tonight. 6-point lead for the Big Red. Tomier over to Garner. Garner gives it over to Malady. He jabs up and drives, spins to his left. They're going to get a push on Sanders before the shot. That's Jay's first. Eagles have the ball out of bounds on the baseline underneath their basket. Tays will inbound it. Close to a 5-second count. They get it in. Blankenship stepped on the backcourt, but the referee was out of position. Didn't see that one. Malady now gets the ball. Guarded by Sanders. Malady reverses it over to Blankenship. Back to Tomier. Tomier guarded by Martin. Malady now at the point. Reverses it to Blankenship. He's the shooter. You got to keep a hand on him. Know where he's at. Tays now over to Garner. Garner looks for the backdoor cut. Nobody there. Blankenship's going to take a long three. He brains another one in. That was probably from 23 feet on that one.
Yeah, that was a nice shot.
Got to get a hand up in his face. He is the designated three-point shooter, apparently. He's 3 for 3, or he's hit three-pointers tonight. Skip pass to Martin. Straddles the sidelines, gets it over to Forrest. Diedrich drives the lane, spins to his left. Jump shot from about 12 feet, no good. Malady with the board. He brings it the other way. Over to Tays, his corner three, no good. Diedrich with the rebound. D3 headed the other way, gets it to Martin. Wing three-pointer, a little short on that. Blankenship gets the board for the Eagles. Over to Tays. Eagles have numbers. Malady's going to shoot the three. He's got it.
Tied up the game, 34-34.
Nice assist there by Blankenship to see the three-point shooter. All right, Meyer on the left wing. Drives. Gets it over to Anderson, but stolen by Blankenship, but he was out of bounds. Warriors dodged the bullet there. Looks like Marcus Green's going to come in. Tie game with 3.5 left to go here in the third quarter. Anderson finds Forrest open. Martin open in the corner for a three. Bobbles the ball. Was going to shoot it, but lost the handle for a second. Martin feeds Green on the low post. He spins, takes it up. His shot's a little short. Blankenship gets the rebound. The Eagles are really doing a good job on the defensive boards. One and done for the Red. Malady drives the lane and just throws up a prayer, but doesn't make the basket, but draws the foul.
Think they're going to give that to Sanders? No.
They give it to
Taylor, right? Let's see.
No, they give it to Green.
Green.
Marcus Green. His third. Marcus a little mystified by that. It's like, I just got in. You can't call it on me. All right, Malady gives a chance for the Eagles for their first lead. First one's a swish. Gordy Meyer back into the game for Warrenton. And Warrenton's going to call a full timeout. So 1 point lead for the Eagles. We'll take a quick timeout here on the Warrenton Sports Network. On or off the court, precision matters. Servant Heating and Air Conditioning brings its A game to every home and business. They give you expert installs, custom solutions, and comfort done right the first time. Across Warren County, Servant is your home field advantage. Servant Heating and Air Conditioning, proud to serve the fans of Warrenton Athletics.
So this is the first time Sullivan's had their lead in this game, up by 1.
Got a chance to make it 2 here on the next free throw by Melody. Warriors got to find a little offense and got to get some rebounds.
I think the rebounds and the steals in the first half were definitely the key for the Warriors. So, and they shut down number 15. Who was that? One of their biggest.
Yeah, he's kind of come on here now. He's got 11. He's got 11, 12. If he makes this, it'll be 13.
He was their leading scorer, and he's come alive this second half. So.
Oh, he misses the free throw. 1 point lead. Meyer's going to bring it up. Still 2-3 zone from the Eagles. Coach Thomas changed the offense. He's got a 1-4 high. Martin in the corner in the 3. Passes up. Forrest now on the left side. Drives. Finds Meyer cutting. Brody's layup off the board. No good. Anderson gets the offensive board. One dribble. Back up. That shot's no good. Warriors cannot get a break. Sullivan going the other way. Garner gets it over to Blankenship on the wing. Now back to Taze at the point. Back to Blankenship. Garner at the point now with the ball. Over to Oldham on the left wing. Back to Garner at the point. Hits a cutting. Taze in the back door. Blankenship's going to take the corner 3. That shot's no good. Carter Martin with the rebound. He's dribbling the other way. Gets it to Meyer in the corner. A long 3 from there. And shot's no good. Meyer hustles. Throws it off of Blankenship. Ball goes out of bounds. Good hustle by Brody to save that possession. Be a sidelines out of bounds. That's a tough one when you're down in a corner like that. There's not a lot of angles to pass. Unfortunately, Sullivan's playing his zone, so it's easier to get the ball in. They get it into Forrest. Reverse it now to Meyer. Back to Forrest on the left side. Forrest drives, little 14-foot jump shot. Bangs that home. That's Diedrich's first point of the second half. He gives the lead back to the Big Red. 1 point lead. Taze now gets it over to Blankenship, over to Malady. He drives baseline, little Euro step, throws up the layup, and it's good over Taylor Anderson. Back to a 1 point lead for Sullivan. 1 minute left to go here in the third. We got a good game. Forrest gives it over to Sanders. Sanders feeds Anderson inside, kicks it back out to Martin. Martin drives the lane, a little running one-hander, shot's no good. Meyer gets the rebound. Takes it up, and he's going to get fouled. That's a nice job by Brody. Fight through the foul and take it up. That's 2 on Blankenship. Sullivan brings in Tomier and Tolliver on the next free throw. Brody switches the first. Back to a tied game. Second one rims out. Blankenship with the board. Tie game here. Warrenton High School under 1 minute left to go here in the third. Malady brings the ball up against the Sanders man-to-man pressure. Gives it over to Garner. Garner drives past Anderson, stops, kicks it out to Blankenship. He's the 3-man. Shot comes up short. Meyer gets the rebound, speeds past Blankenship, and Blankenship picks up his 3rd foul. He was riding him down the court. Could have gave him a saddle. 32 seconds left to go here in the 3rd. Plenty of time for the Big Red to get a basket, take the lead. Sullivan's going to bring back Taze. Jared Taze, the 5'8 sophomore guard. Take out Blankenship, who's got 3 fouls. Don't want him to get a 4th here before the 4th quarter starts. Warriors get the ball into Diedrich Forrest. Over to Meyer. Meyer comes off the Anderson screen, gets it over to D3. Feeds Anderson down low, back to Martin. Corner 3 is good.
Nice.
Taylor Anderson with the assist. Carter Martin with the long-awaited 3. Ooh, Brody Meyer got him good defense. Thought he might get him for a backcourt, but he wasn't quite there. It's going to be Brody's 3rd. All right. Teams. That's going to get Mason Sanders into the game. Freshman forward into the game. They'll get the ball into Taze. Hands it back to Malady. Malady's going to drive the lane. Shot fakes. Gets it over to Gardner on the weak post. Ooh. His shot's no good. Gets his own rebound. Takes it back up. Misses. Takes it back up again. And draws the foul on Taylor Anderson. He got 3 offensive boards there. That's the way you pad the stats. We get the foul line Anderson. That's going to be his 4th. That hurts more than the 3 rebounds. Garner goes to the free throw line where he's 1 for 2 for the night. Misses the first one. And second one's no good either. So, after 3 quarters, Warrenton leads 40-37. They got the lead back after losing it for a little bit.
Got a little fire back there at the end, I think, that helped him. I need to keep this last 8 minutes of fire going, and we'll be good.
I know Coach Thomas is fired up.
Yes.
He's employing the Big Red right now. So, John, I saw we're playing in a tournament next, I think, for the Big Red. Is that
Hallsville.
right?
They say it's a tournament, but we only play 1 game.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's kind of, we played it last year too. Hallsville, which is like north of Columbia, about a half hour.
Okay.
I think it's 7:30 on Friday night. So I think the key to this 4th half tonight is going to be shut down number 15 and number 3 on Sullivan, and we should be good. They're definitely that number, or no, 0 is their 3-pointer, right? Yeah, 0. 0 and 15 are the key to the win right now.
Sullivan starts the 4th quarter with the ball. They lose possession. Meyer steals it, goes up, and jams it home. That's the way to start the 4th quarter. Little rim rattler by Brody Meyer. Crowd comes alive. Malady tries to silence him, loses the handle on the dribble. Martin with the steal, gives it up to Myers, misses the layup. Martin does a good job, gets the offensive board. Gives it to Meyer in the corner. Tries to get into Anderson. Anderson does a good job, spins to his left, kicks it out to Sanders. Sullivan brought the double team down on Anderson. Meyer gets the ball at the point, sets things up. Warriors up by 5 after the dunk by Brody. Brody's going to pull it out and run a little clock here. Spread the defense out. Looks like Sullivan's decided to go ahead and man up now. So Warriors attack against the man defense. Diedrich gets it over to Brody. It's a good way to force the hand of the other team. Brody drives a lot of hands there by the defense. That was a hand check in the NBA. They call it. Diedrich drives. Little kicks it off out to Martin. His 3's on the way.
Ooh!
Carter Martin has found his 3. That was actually Jay Sanders with the assist.
Oh!
With the ball in the corner, Malady Sanders is there. We're going to say ball off of Jay. All right, Warriors are up on their toes. That's got the Eagles off their game, and Coach Wan's going to take a timeout. Looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout.
That's the kind of fired up we were looking for to start off the fourth quarter. So
8-point lead, yes, sir. Now you got to maintain it. Coach Wan's got his whiteboard out, and drawing up a play over there.
I'm not even for sure who we play Friday night, though. Did you?
I didn't say. Didn't say, yeah.
Yeah, I remember going there the past couple of years. It's a hall, but.
No pun intended for Hallsville.
Yeah, actually there wasn't.
They fade the post down to Gardner. He takes it up against Anderson. It's a little fade shot, no good. Forrest with the rebound. That's what the Warriors need, one and done. Eagles back to their man-to-man defense. Martin's open for 3. Gets it down to Sanders. Sanders kicks it out to Meyer. Meyer drives. Hits it into the lane. Takes it up. No foul called. Loose ball.
Push on who?
I know.
I'm guessing. White, 15, Brody.
Holy cow. That's 4 on Brody. Must have got him with the body because it wasn't with the hands, but he motioned with his hands. All right, 8-point lead. They get it into Blankenship. The Eagles bring it up. Hand off to Malady on the right wing. He dribbles. Stolen by Sanders. He's got his head up. Gets it over. Trying to get it to Sanders, but Malady intercepts the pass over to Tomir. Myers gets a hand on it, but Malady gets it. Back to Tomir. Over to Taze. Corner 3 from Blankenship is good. Andrew Blankenship has 4 threes. Taze with the assist. Get it down to Anderson. And they're going to get Taylor with an offensive foul, and that's going to be Taylor's 5th. That hurts the Big Red. It's his 4th. I must have miscalled one somewhere.
I was going to say, no one's believing you. So
that's good.
I'm being quiet.
I'm glad to be wrong. I'm glad to be wrong. If I was, I'll be okay with that. Malady with the ball now with the Eagles. Comes off the screen, gets it back to Gardner. Baseline jump shot, no good. Meyer with the rebound. Back to Diedrich. High post Anderson gives it over to Sanders. So the Eagles have switched to a 1-2-1-1 zone.
And somebody's wide open.
And Carter Martin, no good. Forrest gets the rebound. So look out. Out of bounds off of Tomir. Big Red will keep the ball. 5-point lead. Coach Wan's going to send Tolliver into the game. Blake had 2 points in the first half. Meyer has the ball out of bounds underneath the Warrenton basket. Inbounds it to Forrest. Forrest gives it to Martin. Corner 3. Woo!
Warriors up by 8 with 4:40 left to go in this game.
Assist to Diedrich. Carter Martin. Threes are wild tonight. Tolliver now gets it down to Gardner in the short corner. Tries to split 2 defenders. Gets it back to Tolliver. He drives. Gets it back to Gardner. He spins to his left. A little baby hook. And a little soft touch there. He knocks that home. Back to a 6-point lead for the Warrenton. 1-2-2 half-court trap right here from the Eagles. They get it to Martin. He finds Sanders under the basket. He is knocked over. It's like a late whistle. They finally call it on Malady.
I think he's out of bounds.
What? You're right. He did not call a foul.
No, I think he was stepped out of bounds.
Malady or Sanders?
It's our balls.
Okay, so if it's Malady.
Yeah.
Whew.
Which I agree with foul.
He needs to be a little more definitive on his calls. Can't just blow the whistles and have us guessing. All right, 30-second timeout by Coach Thomas, up by 6. I like those red and white pants and the overalls that the students are wearing over there.
I do too.
It gives me the vibes of the Indiana University. Those are always classics.
I know when we played in the Sullivan tournament, someone has pants like that for warm-ups, one of the teams we play with. So
yeah, those are awesome. All right, Warriors ball underneath their own basket. 6-point lead, 4 minutes left to go in the game. Meyer threw it off of Melody's back with it. When he tried to gather it up, he could not grab it. I think Brody thinks that somebody grabbed his arm, and it looked like they did. No call there. Brody's a little pushing as he gets down the court. He needs to watch out. He's got 4. All right. Tommy with the ball in the front court for Sullivan. Over to Tolliver now. Tries to get it to Cutting Tommy, but Carter Martin steals it. Gets an extra possession for the Big Red. That's what we need right now.
Yep, sharp passes. Let's go Big Red.
Forrest drives the lane, gets it over to Meyer, left wing. Back to Forrest at the point. Back to the diamond and one half-court trap are the Eagles. Carter Martin takes a wing jump shot, a little short. Forrest is there for the long rebound. Drives the lane and decides to set things up. Gets it back to Meyer at the point. Martin on the right wing. Meyer dribbles it out, gives it over to Martin. Has a hard time gathering up the pass. Back to Meyer. Meyer finds Sanders open on the left baseline. Over to Meyer back at the top. Sanders in the baseline feeds Anderson. Back to Martin on the right side. Baseline 3. No good. Sanders with the hustle and gets the rebound.
A cross-court hustle.
But Melody gets it for the Sullivan, but Meyer's there to gather it up. Warriors have a 5-on-4. They get it to Martin. He's going to take the corner 3 again. This one's got a little more arch. No good. Meyer tips it out to Sanders. Warriors doing a better job hustling here in the fourth quarter. 6-point lead, too. I'm sorry.
And wasting time, so that's the big key. We're leading.
Meyer at the high post. Anderson low
that's
post, a little high and low.
Nice.
Anderson gets the 2. Myers gets the assist. Melody looking to score. Anderson helps out on the defensive end. Melody drives. Martin tried to intercept it. Goes off his leg and out of bounds. Tays back in for Sullivan. Looking for a little more offense. They bring the starter back into the game. 8-point lead for the Big Red. 2:14 left to go. Garner inbounds it to Tays. Back to Melody. Takes a long 3 from the point. Rattles that home. Sullivan's going to take a timeout. On game day or any day, teamwork matters. At Main Street Real Estate, we bring that same hometown spirit to every move, buying, selling, or exploring your options. With constant communication and expert guidance, we're your home team from game day to closing day. Main Street Real Estate, your hometown realtors with hometown heart. Champions aren't just made on the court. At the Missouri Bank, we bring that same winning spirit to your finances. Since 1939, we've delivered big bank products with hometown service, fast local loan decisions, and the latest in online banking. The Missouri Bank, rooted in community and ready for tomorrow. And we're ready for a couple more minutes of some great hoops action here at Warrenton High School.
Okay, it's Warrior ball to start it out at our end. A little over 2 minutes to go. With up by 5.
Diamond and one, 3-quarter court trap set up by the Eagles here. They get it to Meyer in the middle, dribbles around Gardner, splits the defender, and they're going to get Tom here with the foul. Well, actually, they get Gardner with the foul. That's his first. So Eagles only have one foul, so they're going to be a little more aggressively here. Trailing by 5, go for the steal, and if they don't get the steal, get the foul. Forrest gets the ball, drives baseline, gets it out to Meyer. Meyer drives the lane, takes it up, a little short 5-footer, and he knocks it down.
Warriors are up by 7.
Big basket there by Brody. Tomir drives the lane, tried to kick it over to Blankenship. Skate saved by Meyer. Ball out of bounds for the Eagles.
That's good because it's going through the 3-point shooter.
Taze throws it inbounds for the Eagles, gets it into Malady. His corner 3. They called it something.
A moving screen, I think.
They get
I guess, yeah. He was totally moving on it.
You got that right, John. That's at Blankenship's 4th. Tolliver back in. Blankenship's got 4. He's their best 3-point shooter. Our Warriors bring it up against the man-to-man press here. Meyer's going to bring it up. Comes off the Anderson screen. Continues down the lane. Takes a right-handed layup shot. Misses, but draws the foul. Another one on Gardner. His second. Meyer back to the free throw line. Brody knocks the first one down. He's been 1 for 2 every time at the free throw line tonight. He's going to break the chain right in here. Make it 2 for 2. Come on, Brody. And there it is, a swish. That's pure. 9-point lead for the Big Red. Got to know where Blankenship's at. He's a 3-point threat. Don't leave him. Tomir takes a little short jumper off the board. No good. In and out. Forrest with the rebound. He's headed the other way, getting bumped down the court. Gets it over to Sanders, over to Meyer. Meyer drives. Tried to get it to, Brody, you're in and out of bounds.
Out of bounds there.
Tried to feed Martin. Gardner hit it, and Brody was out of bounds when he touched it. Can't be the first person back in bounds to touch it. All right, Eagles with the ball, 1:11 to go. Tomir backdoor cut to Malady. Malady gets it, kicks it out to Tolliver. He drives, gets it over to Tomir. He's going to try a 3. The shot's no good. Meyer skies high, gets it, and he's getting mugged under the basket.
Oh, that was an early jump ball.
They call a jump ball.
Wow, that was quick.
That's why I like the guys to put that ball underneath your chin and start pivoting around. Don't hold it in one spot.
I think that might be the first jump ball tonight.
Yeah, there haven't been a lot. The antithesis of the girls' game last night. Over under on jump balls last night might have been 10.
Yeah.
All right, Carter Martin inbounds it on the possession. Warriors get the ball, get it back to Martin. Over to Forrest. Got to be strong with the ball. You know the Eagles are going to try to steal or foul you. And that's what Tolliver does. Good job by Tolliver.
That's their fourth team foul.
Next one will be going to the free throw line. Coach Thomas is going to take a timeout.
So he said the girls play tomorrow night at 8:30 in their tournament back here at Warrenton. A lot of basketball going on, big girls tournament. And then both teams will be back at it on Friday night. I know boys, we said Hallsville at 7:30, and the girls, depends on what time, if they win or lose, what time they play Friday night. But a lot of basketball going on this week here at Warrenton, so definitely pay attention and watch along and root on your Warriors.
All right, 51 seconds left to go. Warriors up by 9. Eagles bring a full court man-to-man pressure here. Looks like they're going to foul quickly. Go for the steal and go foul quickly. Forrest inbounds it. Gets it into Anderson. Back to Forrest. And they hit him from behind. They're going to get Malady with the foul. Now send Forrest to the free throw line. It's a little harder to get back into a game these days since there's no more one-on-one.
Yeah.
Shooting 2 free throws like this.
It is. Do you know why they changed that?
I don't know.
It's not a time thing like they do everything else. They want to shorten the games,
Right.
It makes it go longer, but maybe to calm the kids down so they don't foul as much. I don't know.
I do not know the rationale behind it. Didrik misses a second. Myers fights for the rebound, keeps it alive, and Forrest gets it. Tries to get it to Martin, but Malady's there. He throws it off of Warrior leg. Now gets it back to Malady. Malady's going to take it up. Throws up a wild layup. He scores it. And they're going to get Sanders on the foul.
Really? That's kind of crazy.
I think Jay was under the basket too much, be my guess. Because it was almost like he blew the whistle before he actually made contact. Oldham into the game for Blankenship. Malady makes a free throw. He's up to 20 points for tonight. Martin gets it into Anderson. They foul him right away. Foul's going to be on Oldham. Coach got him in the game just to foul. Anderson will go to the free throw line. Taylor's had a good game tonight. He's got 12 points so far.
That's great. All right.
The average is 5, so that's going to help out a lot. Chance to get 2 more here.
Carter's at point leader right now.
Yep.
The board up there, 21 points. That's awesome.
Yep. Anderson makes the first. Eagles bring back in Blankenship and Tays. 8-point lead for the Big Red. Anderson misses the second, hustles and gets his own rebound. Got to block out the shooter. Eagles didn't. They get the ball to Forrest. Malady's going to force to foul him. Malady's third foul. First one's good by Dietrich. And misses the second one. Meyer gets called for the foul on the offensive rebound. That's going to be Brody's 5th. Fortunately, it does not send them to the free throw line. We're going to get Jordan Lopez into the game for Brody. Jordan's first appearance tonight, the junior forward/center. Just need Jordan to get some rebounds and play like a safety and get the steals like he does in football. All right, they get the ball up the court to give it to Malady. Looking to step back 3. No, he drives the lane, gets it to Gardner on the low post. He scores, and the Eagles call a timeout.
21 seconds left to go. Warriors are up by 7.
There's some good basketball going on tomorrow night. On the winter side of the winter shootout bracket, you're going to have Francis Howell North, the number 1 seed, taking on the number 3 seeded number 5 seeded Timberland Wolves. And then that's at 7 o'clock. And at the 8:30 game, it'll be your Warrenton Warriors versus the Liberty Eagles. So that's a 2 seed versus a 3 seed. So Timberland upset Moberly in the first round, a little 5 seed over the 4 seed. They'll play Francis Howell North. And then the winner of those 2 games will fight for the championship on Friday at 8:30.
So the first game don't start till 7?
The first winner side of the bracket.
Okay.
The loser side of the bracket will start at 4. That'll be Riverview Gardens versus Moberly. And at 5:30, it'll be Hazelwood East versus McClure North. All right. Jay Sanders with the ball out of bounds. Eagles with a full court press, man-to-man. Get it into Martin. They're going to foul him. Melody being a good sport about the foul, not doing anything cheap. Martin will go to the free throw line. His first trip there tonight. He's just got to imagine it's a 3. That bucket's been looking gigantic to Carter tonight. And that rims in and out. Blankenship and Tays back in for offensive purposes for the Eagles. Trail by 7. Martin swishes the second one. He's got 22 points tonight. Blankenship, it's Tomier. Gets it over to Malady. His 3. No good. Off of Forrest out of bounds. Sullivan will have the possession with 10.3 seconds left to go. They get it into Malady in the low post. Takes it up. Shot's no good. Lopez skies and gets the rebound. He's going to get fouled by Malady. If my math is right, that should be Malady's 5th. Jordan Lopez will go to the free throw line. That's a big board from Jordan off the bench.
Yeah, that's good. I think this... Get some varsity points up here tonight for Lopez. That'd be great.
That's a big rebound. He skied high to get that. And he gets rewarded now. The chance for 2 free throws. And the first one's pure.
5.5 seconds left to go. Warriors are up by 9.
Next one's a little short. Garner's just going to dribble it out. That's the ball game. Warrenton wins tonight, 59-50. So welcome in, folks, to the postgame show. The final score here tonight was 59-50. Score at halftime was 29-25. Final score 59-50. So basically on pace. The score at the half was basically double the score at the end of the game.
It was, yeah.
So very interesting. So with the win, Warrenton record now goes to 5-8, and with the loss, Sullivan goes to 2-8 on the season. Let's run down the scoring for each team and take a look at the star player for each team for tonight's game. So, looks like Blankenship had 12 behind 4 threes for Sullivan. Oldham had a free throw. He had 1 point. Spencer Tomier had 2. Jared Tays had 2. Mitchell Gardner had 11. And Blake Oliver had 2. And the star of the game and the leading scorer for the Eagles was senior guard Peyton Malady. Averages 17 points. He had 20 tonight. Kept the Eagles close throughout. So he's the star of the game for the Eagles. Take a look at the Big Red here. All right, so balanced scoring for the Big Red for the most part. They had 5 scores. Jordan Lopez got the free throw late for 1 point. And then you're going to move to Diedrich Forrest. He had 10 points. Taylor Anderson had 12 points. Brody Meyer had 13. And the junior guard, Carter Martin, had 22 points behind 7 3-pointers. He's the star of the game.
That's awesome.
It is awesome. Like to see that. Hopefully we'll see more of that as the season progresses. John, any final thoughts?
No, I think they played hard. They knew they could beat this team and getting into hopefully turn the season around, seeing everyone else score a lot more points. That's awesome to see today, and I'm hoping this is our turn of the season and go kick some more butt in Hallsville this Friday night.
Let's go Big Red. All right, Sullivan will play at DeSoto as we look ahead to what's their next contest. They play DeSoto on Thursday at DeSoto, January 15th, and the Big Reds boys basketball team will play at the Mid-Missouri Invitational by Ramey Basketball. which John said is at Hallsville. That's their next game, and that's on Friday.
Yep, Friday night.
Right. And then our next live stream will be tomorrow night, Wednesday, January 14th at 8:30, when the number 3 Lady Warriors take on the number 2 Liberty Eagles in the second round of the Warrior Winter Shootout. The winner of that game will advance to the tournament championship. That'll do it from Warrenton. For our crew, our sponsors, and the entire Warrenton community, this is Keith Brown and John Meyer saying thanks for spending part of your night with us. We'll see you next time on the Warrenton Sports Network, your home for hometown sports. Go Big Red.